stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm done sharing. See, isn't that much easier? Isn't that much easier? It is. It's a lot easier. Of course. Why is it? No. Should be charging. Forgot to charge my phone during the night time last night, so it is not charged. Now we can get rid of this sticky note. I did it. I tried to throw it, it stuck to my finger. It's one of those sticky notes where the whole back is sticky. I hate sticky. I do not like sticky notes. Sticky notes denotes that I have a bunch of shit to do. No thanks. No thanks. No thanks. So Adams County wants to know if I want to be listed and how I want to be listed as a community resident leader. My name is going to appear on a report. I'm thinking recovery advocate. I'm not going to put trudging together in there. Maybe I will. I don't know. I don't know why I would need it. The only reason to do that is get more people to the, and that's promotion, I would think. But there's a fine line there that I have to walk between an AA member and a member of the community that tries to help. I do not get asked. I've only been asked once if I'm calling for AA, and I told them no. I'm not calling for AA. I am a member of Alcoholics Anonymous, but I do not speak for AA. This is just somebody. I'm just somebody in the community trying to help out. A lot of times, especially when I call, well, almost not every time I talk to somebody else, who are you with? What does it fucking matter who I'm with? That's the way. Hey, not all of us work for companies, get paid to do what we do. Not all of us go that route, but a lot of people don't understand it. They don't understand it. So, all right, we're past the 3-minute mark. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm doing what I can to have a good attitude, but people are kind of pissing me off today already. Or I'm letting people. I'm allowing others to kind of get to me today. All right. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching live or the rewatch. I have a feeling this one's going to be a zero. A lot of people are busy right now. This is usually not the best time to do them. All right, do the best you can each day is a phrase that essentially means to put your best effort into everything you do on a daily basis. It's not going to be easy every day. Like yesterday was a pretty good day for me. Do I want to turn today into a better day by having a better attitude? Notice how that trailed off into a weird question, because I don't know if I want to. No. I've been asking for something to get done, and it ain't getting done. I mean, at all. There's no specification when it needs to be done. right? But it needs to be done. And it's just something that everybody does. Everybody takes care. It's the dishes. And I'm tired of walking into my kitchen and seeing it a fucking mess. And I've had enough and I'm angry about it. And my kids they're going to hear about it. They're going to hear about it. All right. Morning, Leisure. Good to hear you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you typing. Right. So, but we do the best that we can each day. Each day, right? This can account for laurels too, Um, but the thing is, we're going to also have to understand where we're at in order for our day to be okay or not okay, or however we're going to work it. But you know whether your day is going good or bad. Okay. You can always start your day over if you choose. That is something that you do. You can start it over 50 fucking times if you want to. Yes, you can. Maybe today you don't have the same amount of energy that you do on other days. It's okay, man. It's okay. We don't have to be at 100% every single day in order for this program to succeed. What we just need to be is to maximum service to our higher power in the world around us. Well, your maximum service today may fall short of what you usually do, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. These are what would we call those? Well, let's call them learning days. Those are days, you know, every single one of us needs some time to decompress from the things that we do, especially alcoholics. And you're going to need some time alone. I decompress almost every single day. I work with a lot of big emotions. Sometimes I don't need much decompression. Sometimes I need a few hours of it. Yeah, I either play games or watch Law and Order or something to where I just don't have to use my mind. I'm just relaxing. I'm just relaxing. Yes, those are days for opportunities, are they not? You know, yesterday will probably it was probably a better day yesterday than today, but does that make today worse than yesterday? Well, that really depends upon my attitude and what I'm willing to learn. Or how about being rigorously honest with ourselves? See, if we can be rigorously honest, and we can say things like, yeah, the kitchen isn't done, and it isn't a done to my specification kind of thing. It isn't done at all. Okay. The other way I could have gone for, because hey, there was an attempt made, but now attempts aren't even being made. And part of it is because I went up there on Sunday to do my dishes. They moved their dishes to the side. I decided to be nice and do their dishes. And 24 hours later, the kitchen it's a mess again. Okay. Now, yelling and screaming ain't going to help in this situation, is it? No. But a firm hand is. See, I got to bring out jerk dad for a minute. And I'm not going to be a jerk, but they'll think that I am because I'm forcing them to do dishes, their own dishes. They're adults. Okay. So let's move on from that. I'll take care of it after this. So, embracing the idea that continuous improvement and doing your best in the moment is what matters most. It is often associated by the full quote by Maya Angelou. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Oh, I like that. I like that. In fact, I'm going to steal and put it online. So people would be like likes and loves, and they'll share it. And won't it be great? That won't happen. A couple people might give it some thumbs up or something, but that's going to be about it. Funny though, huh? Funny. It's only funny because you know me better. I don't. It's weird because I do want to help a bunch of people. Okay. And I do want a lot of people to know me, but I don't want them bugging me. I don't. I would go nuts if my phone was ringing and shit all the time and all these emails. It might seem like adventurous at first, but after a while, it would just feel a little overwhelming to me. You know, I like to live kind of a simple life, but what's simple for me may not be simple for other people, right? Sometimes these don't come up, so I got to put them up here so I can see what they are. Okay, and then it puts it on. Weird, huh? Just the way it is. It's a workaround I use. Key points about this phrase: focus on the present. It encourages you to focus on what you can control today rather than dwelling on the past mistakes or worrying about future uncertainties. Here we are, living in today. Because what do we have today? Actually, all you have is right now. It's all you have. There's nothing more than what you have right now. You might have plans for later. You might think that something is going on later, but I tell you now, it's not going to be what you think it is. Not if you live a life of spirituality in a day at a time. I mean, I literally have nothing on my calendar today, but it will be full. Something will happen. Somebody's going to need something. Somebody's going to need some help. Okay. And I will be there. Or maybe I'm going to be cleaning all day. Who knows? You know, I got some cat boxes to clean. I got some other things to do. Now, these things are just as important as helping other people because it's self-care and we got to take care of ourselves too, right? Okay. And you actually need to take care of yourself before you start taking care of other people. I know it sounds weird considering that I say the best way to help yourself is by helping other people, but I'm talking about self-care. I'm talking about decompression. I'm talking about meditation and a little bit of time to yourself so you can relax a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Maybe get to your meetings. Yeah. For me, it's really going to depend on who you are. I like to go, I don't need to do my dishes. All my dishes are clean, but I will be doing dishes. You bet. No, I'm going to go up there and do their dishes again. No. Because I figured out the best way to get them to do shit. Guilt. And if that's what I need to use to get my kitchen clean, that's what I'm going to use. They keep telling me they don't have time. Well, all weekend, all my son did was play video games, and now I'm gonna be like, you got fucking time. I know you got time. It's a priority, right? I can't go cut off their internet or do anything like that. They're adults and they have their own internet. But I will take all the dishes and put them on their fucking bed. So I better do them because I will do that. I had roommates that wouldn't do their dishes, and that's what I did. I put them on their bed and say, I'm not your fucking mother, dude. Clean up after yourself. Hey? Yeah. What is it about that nobody can do their own fucking dishes? No matter who I've lived with, it doesn't matter. It isn't that hard. Every night, take 5 minutes and clean your shit. It's not that hard. But when you let them pile up and do what it is, then it's gonna get messy. All right. Anyway, a little upset about this. I'm laughing, but I'm not happy about it. I'm just laughing so that I feel better about it, so that I can have a better attitude towards it. That's why I'm laughing about it. That's why I'm making jokes about it. Because if I can laugh at it, but then at least I can get to a point where it's like, okay, what am I doing in this? How am I involved with this? Is there a part of it? Was there something I did? Right. And I'll tell you that what happened was I told them, you guys, they'd fill up the trash can with all their freaking trash. I'm like, I can't get any trash in. So I told them it's $6.75 a month to grab another one. So we're going to grab another one. But their big idea was go get more dishes. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a clue, and Leisure probably knows this by now. Well, it depends on who you are. See, if you ever live alone, don't have more than 4 plates. Don't have more than 4 forks or spoons. You don't need a bunch of dishes. You don't need 50 cups. You don't need 20 coffee cups. If you limit the amount that you have, there'll be less to claim. Thanks. Thanks for with the running joke. It does help. Maybe I had to make a sign and put that in front of the sink. I don't do passive aggressive anymore. So notice I said anymore. Oh, I used to be very passive aggressive. Right. And it's like, okay, I've told you like 3, 4 times. And then I found that see, what I'm trying to avoid is justifiable anger. Justifiable anger. And I'll tell you something, it isn't necessarily the dishes. It is, because I don't want fucking bugs in there and ants and mold and bullshit. It's not even close to that, just so you know. Okay, I won't let it. It's the disrespect. It's the disrespect that I went up there and I helped them, and they chose to do absolutely nothing about it. They didn't even thank me. Okay. And I'm not going to go for that. So I can't go for that. No can do. Little hollow notes for your 1032 traveling. The idea that you can learn and gain new knowledge you can apply to improve your actions going forward. Yeah, learn from it. I have learned. In fact, I've been waiting to do this one. It says give room for failure. Okay, I just haven't quite the mindset to cover that one. So it's waiting. But yeah, you got to give room for failure, man. Here. Now we're done with it. We'll just apply it into this one. It's okay to fail. Fail often. Fail a lot. Okay. Now, that is not a valid reason to go out and drink. It is not a valid reason to abuse other people. Oh, I'll learn from it. If the decision is based that you're going to learn from it, that's just right back to justifiable anger. And justifiable anger doesn't do any good. I wish it did. Sure, I wish it did. My life would be a lot easier. But it doesn't work that way. Okay? There's some things in this life, it's just the way that they work, and it's how it is, and you can't do anything about it. Right? A good example of that is I just put something on Facebook. What did I say? Sometimes I forget what I say. Actually, not sometimes. Quite often I do. Stop trying to change the world and go do something in your community. Yeah. It's one of the reasons I like the fact that I have friends all over and that my podcast is listened to in a lot of different places. But most of my downloads come from Colorado because I need to help my community. I need to stick in my area, right? But, even when we're going through the day and something has come up, if we can learn from it, then it's a success. Okay. Maybe you had to have a person that you're guiding. I'm still trying to get away from sponsor. It's not working. And why am I doing that? Is that just making me terminally unique? Or do I give a fuck? See? These are questions I ask myself. Do you ask yourself that? But I've some other mental illnesses where I kind of need to do that. I need to go a step further than everybody else. I always seem to be treated differently. But let's talk about that for a second. If while washing dishes we think of the cup of the tea awaits us, that's you're such an asshole. Thanks for making me laugh. Okay, we were on something here. Excuse me. Hey, if we can't laugh at our own stuff, man, then you don't heal. But so Adams County, sometimes I wonder if God's like, no, Dion, you get treated differently because you're the one that helps make change. I know that sounds kind of egotistical, but it's fact. And the way I handle it is good. I'm very humble with everything that I do. And they were supposed to pay me in yesterday. It's like I didn't get the payment that was supposed to get like a month ago. And then one of their employees flat out fucking lied to me. And I know it because I'm a fucking liar. I'll read it. I'll read it out loud. I'm going to. Um, right. But then the person kind of in charge and they said, we'll be sending you a check. It'll go out on Thursday. And I'm like, I'm marked direct deposit here. See, here we are. Here we are again. But I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes I think that stuff lands in my lap because I will say something about it. 95% of the people in this world will say nothing. Okay. Now, am I taking offense because it's happening to me? No, that's not what's going through my mind. What I will not allow is that you do it to the next person. That is what I will not allow. And I will continue. It's something I will continue doing. It isn't about me. I can handle myself. I'm okay with me. So I don't need to worry about that. Okay. So was that done to me or was it done for me so that I could have another place in order to help correct the way that it needs to be done? I think it's the second one. God does it quite often. A lot of times, problems or things that happen to you is God saying, hey, can you help me fix this? And if you do nothing, you know what you're going to get? You ain't gonna get none. Talked about it yesterday. If you become indifferent, I can tell you right now that indifference has the worst consequence. It is better to have to owe and amend. I'm not kidding. It is better to have to owe and amend because you made a mistake than it is to be indifferent. Just saying. That is my experience. I'm telling you, it's very much fact. Acceptance of limitations, and I'm going to get to what Leisure sent me. It acknowledges that sometimes you may not have all the information or ability to do something perfectly, but you should still strive to do the best with what you have. That is exactly the program. That is the 12 steps in a full explanation. Do it as enthusiastically as you can. All right, let's read what Leisure sent me, and then we're going to wrap up. If while washing dishes, we think only of the cup of tea that awaits us, thus hurrying to get the dishes out of the way as if they were a nuisance, then we are not washing the dishes to wash the dishes. No, you're absolutely correct on this. You can't hurry through them. No, you can't hurry through the dishes or what's going to happen, you're going to be eating off. Somebody's going to say, oh, this dish is still dirty. A lot of people here drink milk. It drives you crazy. It gets in the crevices and the cracks. And so I have a system. All right. But when I'm doing dishes is the only thing going on. It's about living in the moment. It's about staying where I'm at. Okay. What's in front of me? This teacup is in front of me. I got to wash it. Okay. Do you need a reward for doing the dishes? You shouldn't. The reward of doing the dishes is doing the dishes. That's the reward. Making the place look better. Having respect for what you own. That's big for me. Now, why do I say that? Because God gave me this stuff. And if I'm not respecting it, I'm not respecting God. He truly gave us his house. And if you disrespect God's house, I get kind of upset. Anyway, but with this, what's more, we're not alive during the time we are washing dishes. In fact, we are completely incapable of realizing the miracle of life while standing at the sink. If we can't wash the dishes, the chances are we won't be able to drink our tea either. This could be, just because something is a chore doesn't mean it needs to be arduous. You want to know the requirement for me doing dishes? Music. I get to listen to music and I sing and I enjoy that. And it makes having to do the chore a little bit more enjoyable. But you cannot rush. Okay. It's about living in the moment and doing what needs to be done right now whether we want to or not, right? And even then, you still do the best that you can each day. While drinking our cup of tea, we will only be thinking of other things, barely aware of the cup in our hands. Thus, we are sucked away into the future, and we are incapable of actually living 1 minute of life. Yeah. You know, I notice a lot is if people have, let's say, I'm doing something with somebody, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll be right back. When I come back, yeah, I'll find myself, and I do it too. Oh, I got time out, maybe I'll jump on Instagram, do it. Because God forbid I have to sit with myself for 5 minutes and think of nothing. I'm grateful for the fact that there was a part of my life when I didn't have phone, that I didn't have the distraction. And a lot of times I'll be in a crowd of people or whatever, and everybody's looking at their phone, but I just don't see a reason to be looking at my phone when there's all these people around that I could be interacting with and living real life with. So I will interrupt them. Oh no, I'm interrupting. Yeah. I'm on the phone. Oh gosh, you're so important. You're so important that I shouldn't distract you, right? Don't be that person. Don't be that person. But what a great reading, Leisure. Thank you for that. I always like it when people add into what we're doing, people that give their own experiences. Maybe we should do a quick reminder here that, let's say I'm talking about something and your experience is different. We want to fucking hear it here. That's one of the reasons that I do it. I love hearing other people's experiences. There are times I get a little pissy. The one mistake you shouldn't do is try and confront me here. Don't do that. Don't tell me how I feel. People have made that a couple of times. Don't tell other people how they should feel. Okay. Or give unsolicited advice. If you want to give unsolicited advice, go start your own daily trudge and try it. Right. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying. And maybe I should open that back up. If you ever want to come on and join and give your 2 cents and don't mind being on camera, doesn't bother me. And Daryl was doing it for a while, but I think because I started doing it earlier and he wakes up a little bit later in the day, it hasn't been happening. So I went off that atorvastatin, and all of a sudden I got all this energy, which I've done a great job regulating. All right. That's going to be it for today. Thank you everybody for being here. That everybody being Leisure. Some other people popped in, but I don't know if they're because the counter is bullshit. So it's a lie. It's a lie. Before I go, I was talking to my therapist yesterday, and she said, "Do you think that you would be able to not go live for a few days?" And I told her, "Yeah, I've done it before." But then I would break my 73-week streak, and I'm not willing to do that. It's called denial. I think that's why my therapist loves me so much, because I'll tell her the truth. I don't mind. Oh, oh no, Dion's going to be a better person. God forbid. No. Whatever. Right? I'll bring it up. She'll confront me, and I'll go, son of a bitch. And she laughs at me because I'm listening. I'm listening. Because I found out when I don't listen, I will be the fool. And I'm done being the fool, man. I'm done being the fool. I'll act the fool sometimes to have fun, but I'm not going to be the fool again. So, all right. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for putting me in a better mood too. I appreciate it. I do have a better attitude towards this now. So thank you for that. Right? Yes. All right. Thank you everybody. I love you. Peace out. And